Takkasila. Another group of Brahmins would separate to perform medical duties, which was considered a very important role in being a refuge for the people. There was another separate place called Arakayatan, like a hospital. Every day, many sick people would come and go to receive treatment. Most of the treatment methods used herbs, which were prepared by drying, grinding, boiling, and other processes by people specialized in that. There were head Brahmins who were experts in specific areas, including treatment by massage, herbal medicine, compresses, and sacred rituals. The Center for Medical Knowledge was located in the city of Takkasila, about 240 kilometers southwest of the city of Savatthi. Besides medicine, the city of Takkasila was also known as a center for higher learning in various Brahmin disciplines. The main discipline was the Vedas, which contained knowledge about various gods in the Brahmin religion. There were also 18 separate schools of arts and sciences, including schools of grammar and language usage, schools of social rules or law, schools of languages other than the main language, schools of writing and literature, schools of administration, schools of warfare, teaching the use of various weapons such as swords, clubs, bows, and other weapons, schools of the history of various gods, schools of astrology, casting horoscopes according to constellations, calculating the stars and auspicious times, schools of mathematics, schools of music and dance, philosophy, schools of herbal plants, medicine preparation, schools of commerce, and schools of geography. The number of students in each school would depend on the reputation of the head teacher of that school. Lord Foch, does that mean the city of Takkasila is also in my country? Because it's only 200 kilometers away from the city of Savatthi, I asked Lord Foch. Correct, he replied. Can you tell me where it is? If I finish this journey, I'll try to explore and prove it myself, I said. If you count southwest from Frey province, which is the city of Savatthi, there is a city. Actually, the name of this city was shortened over time. From what used to be called Takkasila, it became Muang Tak, or Tak City. As you know it today, he replied. You mean Tak Province? I asked, surprised. Yes, but not the current city area. The location of Takkasila is a district not far away. This place used to have vast structures, many expensive stone palaces. Tens of thousands of people traveled from all directions to study various subjects. This place was extensive and had the status of the capital of this region. But over 2,000 years, this institution faded away. The city was abandoned. The stone buildings were dismantled and used to build temples and city walls during wars, leaving only the foundations that couldn't be removed buried underground. Later, when the villagers saw the remains of the foundations, which looked like rectangular ridges divided into rooms, resembling the foundations of temples and monasteries, and looking like rice paddies, the villagers called this area Narbot, which is currently Tamborn Narbot, Lord Foch explained. Master, I find it hard to believe that these stories are true because the history I learned since childhood is that the city of Takkasila is in India. I commented. Actually, you can explore Akita's memories because he also studied here. It's like Brahmins of high status, who come from Brahmin families in big cities and are destined to become teachers, are all sent to study here. This place is like a leading educational institution, similar to a famous university, where important figures must study and where Knowledge is imparted to princes from various cities. Even King Pasenadi Kasala of the city of Savathi studied here, he replied. I also want to know what the Takkasila institution looked like. But what I want to know more is how Master Bavari will renounce the world. I suggested, as you wish. It's your right, he said. The journey from Master Bavari's school to the royal residence seemed more exciting than usual for everyone. The news of Master Bavari's request to renounce the world had spread since the night before. He was a famous Brahmin who was respected by many people. Those who knew the news came to stand along both sides of the road. Those who didn't know anything asked what was happening. The news of his renunciation spread quickly like wildfire. I feel like the townspeople all know about my request to renounce the world. Master Bavari said to me as we walked towards the city entrance. Yes, it's possible that whoever sent the message to the royal palace to request an audience last night might have leaked the news. I replied. I think this will be a big deal for King Pasenadi Kasala. Master Bavari observed. Definitely, I replied. It was as Master Bavari predicted. When our group arrived at the royal hall, which was the place for audiences, normally King Pasenadi Kasala would come out after everyone was ready. But this time, when we entered the royal hall, we saw King Pasenadi Kasala already waiting in his seat, and as soon as Master Bavari arrived, King Pasenadi Kasala got up from his seat and walked towards him immediately. When Master Bavari sat down, King Pasenadi Kasala bowed deeply before him. Today, I bow to you as a student who received knowledge from you. My teacher, not as a king. King Pasenadi Kasala, who was quite obese, sat down on the floor with difficulty and spoke to Master Bavari with his hands in a prayerful gesture. Does your Majesty know the purpose of my visit? Master Bavari asked. I want to hear from your own mouth that what I have heard is not true. King Pasenadi Kasala said, I want to renounce the world and follow the path of an ascetic. This is my firm intention, Master Bavari replied. Please reconsider, my teacher. King Pasenadi Kasala moved closer to Master Bavari, almost touching him. I have considered it well, Master Bavari replied. You are the teacher of my father, the teacher of myself, and this city has only you as the pillar for making decisions. This city has prospered and stood as an important region because of you. If you are gone, I fear the greatness of Savathi will be nothing but a legend. King Pasenadi Kasala said with pleading eyes. Please think of it as if I died today, which must happen one day. Today or tomorrow is the same, Master Bavari replied. That's true, my teacher, but please give me time to prepare myself, he said. That is your Majesty's problem, which I have prepared for. I have trained many men to take over my duties, but for me, this is a problem that no one can replace. This is the end of my life. I have very little time left, and I don't know how long it will take to achieve the highest goal I desire. If I don't start today, tomorrow there may be no opportunity, Master Bavari replied. I beg you, my teacher. Please reconsider for my sake, King Pasenadi Kasala said, reaching out to hold Master Bavari's knees. I have made up my mind. I will not change my mind, Master Bavari insisted. In that case, your student will build a hermitage for the ascetic life, for you to reside not far from the city. Will that be all right? I promise not to disturb you, King Pasenadi Kasala offered. Master Bavari paused to think. Your student will take care of your meals, and you will have full time for peace. King Pasenadi Kasala made an offer that made Master Bavari think hard. but it was a good compromise for both sides. If it is your Majesty's wish, I will consider this a good omen for both of us to gradually adjust. I accept your Majesty's offer, Master Bavary said. Thank you, my kind teacher. Your student will expedite the construction of this hermitage for you, King Takkasila said happily. After that, King Takkasila granted land with a forest-like environment outside the city, not far away, as a place for meditation. He designated the area by enclosing it with a fence to prevent any disturbance and provided funds to build 150 simple hermitages, because there were 15 Brahmins and other Brahmins who decided to renounce the world with their teacher, including myself. Although the teacher suggested not building elaborate residences without any conveniences, King Takkasila couldn't help but add facilities, because he didn't want his teacher to live in hardship, such as digging wells for consumption, building a dining hall where royal attendants would bring food every day, building a pool for bathing, building sleeping quarters and bedding, and building a storage for oil to light lamps at night, etc. He completed the construction of this place in just 30 days. Then Master Bavary and a number of disciples moved in. From then on, Master Bavary, his disciples, and I were fully ordained as a... We completely stopped all worldly activities, ceased having contact with our families, focused on meditation, lived simply, without any comforts, to refine observed hundreds more precepts, lived every day with ourselves, in peace, solitude, away from people, living in small huts with only space to sleep. Each hut was located far apart, with trees providing natural cover to avoid disturbing each other. Once a day, everyone would meet in the morning for the meal, which was only one meal a day, and again in the evening to share experiences. About 5 years passed. Although this place was designed for peace and solitude, in reality, there were still ministers and Brahmins who took over the duties of advising on state affairs, coming to report what was happening. Even King Takkasila would often visit in the evening to discuss various problems he faced. So, it was impossible to completely cut off from worldly matters. One day, when there were no visitors, Master Bavary had an idea to discuss with all his disciples. It seems we must seek a new place that is more peaceful and secluded. Living near the city is an obstacle to the ascetic life. We still have to know about worldly affairs constantly, which is no different from being a high priest. Master Bavary said to his disciples during the daily meeting, "Whatever the teacher deems appropriate, we are ready to follow," I replied on behalf of all the ascetics. Soon after, Master Bavary informed King Takkasila of this intention. As expected, the king pleaded and begged Master Bavary to stay close to him, but this time it was in vain. Master Bavary remained firm in his decision to seek a new place with suitable conditions. King Takkasila, seeing that he couldn't resist, ordered a group of soldiers to follow Master Bavary's group. If he found a suitable place to stay, the soldiers would help facilitate things, ensuring he didn't have to suffer. The king also provided funds for the journey.